And this is the most important thing that we want to call your attention to. Because often, as humans, we love you very much. You think you want to launch the desire and you want to get it. Boom, boom, boom. I want to know what I want. I want to want it. I want to launch it. I want to line up and I want to get it. And we say, yes, you do. And we want that for you. We want that for you. We want that for you. But we love the process of life. We love the process, the delicious process of choosing. And the delicious process of launching the rocket, and the delicious process of knowing that you're not keenly in alignment with it, or maybe not even close to it. And then the process of deliberately lining up with it. And then the conscious awareness of following your impulses, that intuition, that feeling of flow, that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of walking on air, that feeling of knowing that you can do no wrong, that feeling of all things working out for you. And then the manifestation. Because life is not about wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it, wanting and getting it. It's about wanting it and making your way to the receiving of it, you see. Sort of like orgasms. Well, at least you understand that. You say, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's good. Just hit me. Boom. Over. You know about savoring. What about food? Do you like that intravenous feeding? It's quicker, more efficient, get all the nutritions. Or do you like to roll it around in your mouth a little bit, you see? We think that you want to savor life. And that's what you came for. You came for the deliciousness of this life, not for the accomplishment of it. You can't stop accomplishing it. You cannot stop being the creator of your own reality, and you can never get away from us. You can never extract yourself from the love of source. You can never remove yourself from it. But you can get yourself in a vibrational sequence that causes you not to be aware of how blessed you are, or how loved you are, or how worthy you are, or how valuable you are, or how much you are appreciated for your part in this joyous, expanding, co-creative universe. So have you been listening to us for a while? You know about vibration? Pretty much. You understand that law of attraction is the engine that manages all of this, and that it is tuned to vibrational frequencies? Do you understand that everything has a vibrational frequency? Do you understand that your manifestations that will soon manifest have vibrational frequencies? And that if before it manifests, you achieve vibrational harmony with the frequency of it, then it comes to you faster. Do you understand that abundance has a vibrational frequency? Yeah? And can you imagine what it feels like? What would the vibrational frequency of abundance feel like if you were going to put words to it? It would feel like ease. It would feel like freedom to choose, certainly. It would feel like eagerness. It would feel like clarity. The vibration of abundance feels like fresh air. It feels like clear path. It feels unlimited. It feels always flowing. It feels abundant, meaning never ending, always flowing. It doesn't feel pinched off, and it doesn't feel like jealousy, and it doesn't feel like worry, and it doesn't feel like fear. It feels like fun. It feels like sureness. It feels like certainty. So let's say that you're standing in a what-isness of less abundance than you want. If you can take your attention away from your perceived manifestation of not enough, and you can focus upon something else that feels like fun, or something else that feels unlimited. In other words, you can use subjects other than the subject of money, which may feel like not enough every time you think about it. You can focus upon other things that feel like fun, that feel unlimited, that feel like clarity, that feel like fresh air. You can practice the seed vibration of abundance by staying off the subject if the subject calls something different from you. You see what we're talking about? A while back we said, if you're working on abundance, if abundance is something that is important to you, then take money out of the equation. Because there is so much abundance that is abundantly around you that you can tune yourself to the frequency of that. What's something else you want? Usually it falls into a handful of categories. You want money. You want a lover. You want someplace really great to live. You want a body that feels good. So let's say that your intent is for a lover who isn't there. A lover. What does a lover feel like? What does it feel like? What does being in love, what does a lover feel like? What's it feel like?
Exhilarated, high.
Feels happy, feels high, feels
Loving. Appreciation.
pretty damn good. Feels like well-being, feels like homecoming, feels like security, feels like appreciation, feels like being appreciated, feels effortless, feels like ease, feels natural, feels like desire. In other words, if you can get to the general vibrational reason behind what you want, which is why do I want it? The question, why do I want this thing will bring to you. Then we know you can begin practicing the vibration of the manifestation that is coming. Now here's the thing that we know that often you don't know that we so want you to know, and that is that everything you've asked for is coming. And the only question is, how long are you going to keep yourself from it? Do you understand that there is abundance, immeasurable, abundance not recognizable by most of you, abundance not yet experienced, let's just put it that way, by most of you, abundance for you, vibrationally queued up, and that all you've got to do, the only thing you've got to do is to practice the vibration of it, and it makes its way to you in so many different life-giving, fun ways. But you got to practice the vibration of it. And that's what trips humans up. We love you very much. You know what's coming next. But you don't, for the most part, practice the vibration of what's in your vortex. You practice the vibration of what's already manifested. And what's already manifest is a puny comparison to what's available to you. We're going to tell you briefly that this creative process is 3 steps. The first step is ask, and you can't stop doing that. The contrast causes you to ask all day, every day. So you're asking, recovering for your sound, asking. And in that asking, you are doing step 1 again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Law of attraction and your inner being, that which man wants to call God, that which is source energy, is there with what you've asked for, experiencing that highest frequency that you have discovered, the frequency of love and appreciation, the frequency of expansion. So here is this vortex version of you. So step 1, step 2 happened without you even really knowing that it happened. It was just a consequence of being focused out here on the leading edge of creation. But step 3 is really the step that we want you to focus upon all day, every day. That's the allowing part. That's the you becoming vibrationally resonant with what you've put into your vortex. And that's the part that's a little tricky for you, because it's not easy for you to be standing where you're standing in the absence of something that you want and be a vibrational match to the presence of it. And the reason for that is because you've become so enamored with physicality that you sort of want to see it and then believe it. And we want you to believe it so that you can see it. We want you to understand that when you are able to feel yourself by caring about how you feel to the resonance of what you've put into the vortex, that when you practice that for a little while until you know it, until you own it, until you are it, that then this wonderful thing happens. what's in your vortex begins to reveal itself to you. You begin to realize it. Thoughts begin to occur to you. Impulses begin to occur to you. Your timing is good. You rendezvous with people, places, things, events. All kinds of things start happening. There's a synchronicity, a cooperation. Now, the cooperation has already been there, but in your caring about how you feel and reaching for the highest resonance of who you are, you become a cooperative component too. And when that happens, the manifestation becomes obvious for you and everyone around you to see. Until then, you got to be happy with feeling it before you see it. And we know that's a big step, because there are a lot of things that you can look at that make you feel really good. And there are a lot of things that you can look at that cause you to not feel so good. So we're asking two things of you. We're asking you to be more selective in what you look at, but we're going to be light about that, because we know about momentum. And we know when you got a momentum going that doesn't feel that good, and some freaky non-physical ghost says to you, you create your own reality, you know. And you ought to kind of try to find a thought that feels better. You just want to punch our lights out, because there's a momentum that often, always holds you where you are. Our favorite story to help you let yourselves off the hook relative to this subject is, sometimes what you say to us sounds just like this. Abraham, I've fallen out of an airplane and I don't have a parachute. Do you have any suggestions for me? And we say, just one. Hang on, it'll be over in a little bit. Because it's hard to reverse that kind of momentum. And so sometimes there's a momentum going. Something happened, you focused on it, you talked to somebody else about it, you got that momentum going, you crossed the 68-second mark about 1,000 times in the last 1,000 minutes or so. In other words, you've got the momentum going, and then you say, oh wait, I'm supposed to think positive thoughts so that I can feel more positive. And then you say, just kill me now, because really, there's not much you can do about it. And so what we're wanting to help you to realize is that you have much better control over your momentum in the early stages of it than you do in the later stages of it. Once law of attraction gets hold of it, you sort of have to crash and burn a little before you can come up for air. And the best way to sort of cleanse that palate is a good night's sleep, or even some sleep. Because when you slumber, your point of attraction stops. You're not actively attracting to you while you are asleep. It's the most wonderful thing that you pre-paved when you decided to come here. I'll give myself an opportunity to stop the momentum of unwanted thoughts. So that means when you put yourself in your bed at night, you can say, oh good, the momentum will stop in a little bit here. And in the morning, I'm going to get it going just the way I want it to. So we've been describing to you, and you've been following along so well, that we have some analogies here for you today that are going to make it very easy for you to figure out what to do as you're moving through your day, different aspects of your day, under different vibrational conditions. We want you to realize that while you have created this vortex version of you, this vibrational version of you, that it is a reality that until it manifests, you're not that excited about calling it a reality, but we are, and you don't need to worry about it. It exists even in your ignorance of it. So if we can convince you that it exists, if you can just sort of take that on conceptual faith, you haven't proven it to yourself yet, but you understand the laws of the universe. The laws have shown themselves to you in enough ways that this is logical to you. If we can convince you that there is this vibrational version, then the only thing that you are wanting to be aware of is what is your right now, because of what you're thinking and speaking, because of what you're saying, whether you're remembering it from the past or focusing on it in the present or anticipating it into the future, whatever you're doing with your mind right now is causing you to choose some relationship with some vibrational versions that you've set into motion. So we began describing to you that while this vortex is there, and we said to you, get in the vortex, become a vibrational match with your vortex. Now we are saying to you the same thing in a little bit different way. Understand what your point of attraction is, which is the same thing as saying, understand what the vibrational frequency is that you're offering, which is the same thing as pay attention to how you feel right now. Because your emotions are letting